When you want only the best for your pet, check out AbbybellPetDesigns.com. We offer quality products such as floppy beds, crate pads, round pet beds, pillow slip covers, belly bands, and more. All products come in a variety of colors and sizes, guaranteed to satisfy your pet's particular style. Your pet deserves to be pampered, so shop at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. If you don't see the item you want listed in our shop, just drop us a line and we'll be glad to make the product of your pet's dreams. AbbybellPetDesigns.com. Good morning, everyone. Thursday. And Facebook Live is with us. Hey, Marianne. Hey, NHZ. How are you, Alan? Good to see you. Hello, hello. Dawn, good morning. How is everybody? My Ears Are Not Like Yours, available at Amazon.com, giving young children a very positive message, getting them started off on the right foot. Hope you will purchase Amazon.com today. Go there for My Ears Are Not Like Yours. Hey, Chezzy, good morning. Amanda, hey, Alan, hey, Karen, good to see everybody. Wanda, hello, hello. Good to be back. Hey, Karen, good to see you. Glad to have my phone, Chezzy said. No kidding. Thank you, NHC, for the super hearts. Brandon, good morning. Thank you, everybody, for inviting people in, getting them coming in, getting back in the swing of things. Marlene, thank you for inviting people. Carmen, good to see you. As you make your way in and invite people, I'm going to begin by reading some of Proverbs on Proverbs chapter 2. Super hearts for a super broadcaster. Thank you. Gosh, you're so nice. That made my Thursday. You just don't even know. Hey, Sherry, good to see you. My son, if you receive my words and treasure my commands within you, so that you incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, if you cry out for discernment and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver and search for her as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God, for the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk uprightly. He guards the path of justice and preserves the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice, equity, and every good path. Amen. Great. I need some uplifting today. Rough day today. What's going on, NHC? Still blocked through 423. I am. Karen, are you too? I'm out of jail and Facebook on 423. Hey, Carol Ann, good to see you. Carol Ann, reading in all different platforms. Facebook Live is going, Periscope is going, and YouTube is going at the same time. Hey, Cully, thank you for inviting people. So, you know, Comey's book is terrible when he has to go to on The View. Yes, Brandon. I don't know if you... trouble with friends. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe it's time to reevaluate to see if they should be your friends. I don't know. Might be. When friends start causing you too many problems, are they then still really friends? I don't know. Only you know that. Yesterday was a weird thing with Facebook. I don't know if you guys had the same problem. That's exactly what I'm doing. Good for you, NHC. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Lynn. Good morning. Last night on Facebook, I posted something about Terrence Williams. And I was getting notifications that people were sending me comments, but I couldn't see any of the comments. And somebody said a lot of people were having issues like that last night on Facebook. Did anybody have issues like that on Facebook? Seems to me that's a good way to kind of, shadow ban people. There you go, NHC. Absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking. That we can't see each other's comments, and I know that happens on Twitter, and I know right now people, when they go to find my show, a lot of people say it says on Twitter that, it can't be found, or I'm not broadcasting, or whatever. And I was thinking that maybe Facebook was trying their new way of communication last night, and that's what was happening. Did anybody else have that issue? Yep, I don't see any postings on Twitter from you. That's crazy. NHZ, I post all the time. If you maybe want to follow me, like, so you get the notifications. Hello, Karen. Good to see you here, Wanda said. I'm having issues with liking posts on Facebook, Carol Ann said. Took my picture off face recognition starting. Yes. You're all over my Twitter page, Mary Ann said. People I like, I have to go to their page. I have to too. I never get your notifications, Amanda said. Make sure that you're following me on Twitter, that you go over to the notifications page and click on that. Every time I post, you will get a notification. Sometimes I post a lot, so I do apologize ahead of time. Yesterday, I don't have Facebook, so I have gone over a lot to MeWe.com, and I'm really starting over there, trying to get that built up, trying to get people to move over, like my contacts to move over to MeWe.com. It's some people, okay, I'll verify I have you on notifications. Okay, NHC, thank you. It's called MEWE.com, like MeWe.com. And you'll find me there. I think it's, I don't know, you'll see my picture, like Susan.Knowles1 or something. I'm on MeWe, Amanda said. If anybody send me a contact, and I will, or, what do they call it, friend request, and I'll join you up. Yes, MeWe.com, that's it. I like MeWe, I just need more contacts there. Me too, Rhonda, and I have a hard time finding people. If they send me their contact information, I'll follow back or whatever, but it's hard to find. I just pick up the phone and call people instead of Facebook stalk them. Brandon said I have to check it out. Cully, you'll like it. There are a lot of groups that you can join there. You're welcome, NHC. Please contact me, people. There's a lot of groups. Like, if you have groups other than politics that you like, let's say you like art, let's say you like, whatever group may be, you can get into tons of group. I think I'm deplorable. Cafefe on there. I will let you know. Yeah, Amanda, just send me a request. Cully will like the no BS. Yes. Yeah, you will. I think you'll really like it. Now, I don't like using it on the phone. I like going on my laptop because I can see a lot better what's on there. Animals, foodie groups, prayer groups, politics, and anything under the sun. Hi from South Carolina. Well, good morning, Chris from South Carolina. I can say that, Chris, because I was born and raised in North Carolina, so welcome. Hey, Rhonda. Can an iPhone app? Yeah, there's an iPhone app for it, Lynn. I just don't like it on, the phone, because if you want to go in different groups and stuff, for me, it's harder to navigate on the phone. You may not have any problems. Rhonda said she's in a prayer group. So was I. Where, Chris? Do you know where Asheville is? Yeah, I think that you'll like it. And the bots are already here. Great, Brandon. MeWe is a good service. So far, NHZ, I'm liking it. I really am liking it. A bit breezy here. It's a bit breezy today in general. A little bit breezy in California. No, I started a prayer group on MeWe, Rhonda said. Oh, okay, Rhonda. I got into one prayer group. I don't know whose that is. Hey, Lori, good morning. Yes, NHC, you'll want to check it out. You were born in Charlotte. Oh, nice. Where in South Carolina are you now? What city? Good morning, well, how are you? Happy Patriots Day all. Every day is Patriots Day, Amanda. Hey, guys, hope we are doing well. Thank you, Lee. We are. Hey, Doug Knowles, good to see you. I was born in... Oh, wait, there's the bot again. Oh, why do these bots have to be here? Yeah, I think you did invite me to the prayer group. I'll have to go back and look. Goose Creek. Huh. I don't even know where that's at. Marianne is back. Yay. Yeah, I think you will like me. Can you believe Cary, North Carolina has nearly 200,000 folks now? No, I can't, Brandon. That's just crazy. Asheville, I don't know how much they have. Probably around like 60 to 80,000, which is about what they had when I was there. My prayer group has a picture of cherry blossoms. Okay, I'll look for it, Rhonda. Haha, does the bot hear you and translate your voice? LOL, sophisticated. Yeah, it just repeats the questions for different people. It's outside of Charleston. Oh, nice. Kind of humid. Oh, Asheville has over 100,000 now. Wow. I was told I would not recognize Asheville at all. Somebody online said it was a very demonic place now. I don't know. Haven't been there in a number of years. I left a long time ago. Went back for one visit. Hey, Daniel, good to see you. Spencer, good to see you. So I have no idea what it's like, but I know, Harry Anderson, Hippieville. Ugh, it wasn't like that when I was there, Brandon. Uh, Harry Anderson, the guy who just died, the actor who played the judge a long time ago. Apparently he died in Asheville. So it's like 65, lots of beer. Yeah. Yeah, not a lifestyle that ever remember there, Brandon. It's so different than anything I've ever heard. So I guess a place can really change quickly. So, ugh. Anyway, so what else has been going on with you guys? There's a lot of news to talk about today, but I wanted to hear anything that you're interested in. Very awesome restaurants, though. Good. At least it has something. So, I don't think I would recognize my town. Let's just put it that way. When I went back there, it was 1999, and it was such a short visit. And that was the last time I was there. And the Biltmore. The Biltmore House, Brandon, I could spend all day there. They used to allow you to go around on a self-tour with your headsets on, and I loved that because you could take as much time as you wanted to in each room. Find me on MeWe under name Rhonda Bagley, picture of me and hubby. Still do. Brandon, that is so cool. There's like 200 rooms, something like that, open to the public, I remember. It was for the Bush family after the passing of Barbara. Lee says prayers for them. It's amazing how some people came out and were just absolutely disgusting in regards to Barbara Bush. Comey book signing. Comey is going to turn on people. He's so guilty. NHC, I don't know, prayers for that professor. That professor needs prayers. It talked about from Fresno, who was so nasty in regards to Barbara Bush. Why don't you contact me? I'll invite you to prayer group, Rhonda said. On my timeline, if you have a chance you want to just peruse, yesterday, since it was my day off, I was having a lot of fun. I was going through there and on my timeline sort of making sarcastic excerpts from Comey's book. Hey, Danielle. People, I think, had a lot of fun and enjoyed it yesterday. And, yeah, I didn't do anything too much fun, Lynn. I just, like, unhooked from everything and unplugged, which was fun. So, but I kind of just did sarcastic posts all day long about Comey's book, and people were just dying laughing. It went on all night. Susan, I love that picture of Zucker as Hitler. Yeah, Comey is arrogant. He sure is. I don't know if anybody saw Laura Loomer yesterday when she was at his book signing. Basically, she yelled out to him, wouldn't touch his book with a 10-foot pole, Marianne said. The comb over book. Yeah, she basically yelled at Comey, why would you do what you did with Hillary and the emails, and Comey, you're going to be prosecuted. And of course they made her leave. Hello, Hassan, good to see you. But nobody really stood up for her. Everybody just kind of supported Comey. And what was it, New York? Probably that's why. I guess that's where they were. But he just stood there, didn't say anything. Good morning, God bless each one of you all. Thank you, Hassan. God bless you too. Hey, Russell. So that was a pretty interesting. She made it interesting. Comey just makes it about Comey. And his book is about the worst book. I mean, I've seen excerpts somebody has put on there, and it's disgusting. Did you see the triggered faces? I know, Noelle. How can Twitter ask me if fun is an abusive word just now? I don't know, Rhonda. Comey is a man without a country, Republicans and Dems not liking him. And you know what's going to happen in HC is that he and McCabe are going to turn on each other. It's already happening, and he seems to already be turning on Lynch. So I don't know what his point is, but again, I have a feeling that he feels that he's very much above the law. Comey just wants him to buy the book, and left wants him to spew crud. Yes, I so true. Well said. Good morning, Candace. How are you? Yeah, it's pretty amazing. They were saying the other day there were more cameras than books. People there for book signings and stuff like that. But I couldn't tell how many people were there. It seemed like he had a full room. Comey is stuck in a belief system of his own mind will be his downfall. Yeah, I think NHC that book is going to help incriminate him. D says he knows he'll need money for legal fees. Yep. His book is a new talking point. Marianne said, well, thank you. Hope you're doing well, too. I am, Candace. Thank you. Very narcissistic, Danielle said. Yeah, I would say that's true. Dawn said, well, that will make it interesting if they open up another investigation like Republicans are asking, with them all turning on each other. Yes, it will. I hope that recommendation of that letter that came forward from 11 Republicans, Tucker Carlson doesn't seem to like that. Twitter having a problem with the word fun. Yeah. Book is proof he should have been fired, singing like a canary. Good morning, everybody. Candace said, God's blessing on you all. Thank you, Candace. Back to you. I replied to Twitter, why would I pay to be shadow banned? Rhonda said. Those people on the room were probably paid to attend. Could be. Is it possible that Comey already made a deal? Well, Molly, he did talk to Mueller a long time ago, and they are longtime friends. So, who knows? But anyway, that 11 GOP members that spoke out and wanted an investigation, let's hope something happens. They sent it to Sessions and Wray, and also to that U.S. Attorney Huber, to say, look, we want an investigation on these people. There were a lot of people, Clinton, Comey, McCabe, Lynch, Strzok, Page, Yates, the FBI General Counsel. They wanted it on basically everybody. Tucker Carlson thinks that that's not a good idea. It's going to backfire on the GOP, and they're just doing it for attention. I think he made a deal already because Comey is not at all worried. But Molly, if you're really a narcissistic person, not saying he is, I haven't diagnosed him. I'm saying, but if you are, you feel that nothing will hurt you, that you're above the law, that you're better than everybody else, and on and on. It could be a case of that, where he just thinks nothing's going to happen to me because I'm perfect. I have it all right. You don't. I know better than you. That type of thing. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But he is, like I said, kind of long-term friends with Mueller, who in turn is long-term friends with Rod Rosenstein. They're all like three peas in a pod. McCabe, I think, was the odd man out. Did you read the judge presiding over Trump case perform wedding for daughter of Soros? Yes, Rhonda, we talked about that the other day. She officiated the wedding of George Soros's daughter. Thank you for sharing, Lynn. Comey dyes his hair yet talks about Trump's looks, Brandon said. I don't know why you would need to dye your hair when you're 6'8". It's not like really that many people ever see your face. I know Candace says repeat bots are crazy. They've been coming in a lot lately. I think they're coming into everybody's show. Facebook being downgraded. Good morning, Susan. It's Junior. Hey, Junior. Glad you're back. Good to see you. Not nice to talk about someone's looks, Marianne said. Yeah, well, I'm not talking about his, if you're talking to me, good morning, everyone. I'm not talking about his looks, but like, why would you worry about your hair when you're 6'8"? Who could see you? Not that many people are that tall to ever look at your face, really. Comey has small mind, talked about Trump rather than policy. No, Comey, oh yeah. What's the point of repeat bots? I don't know if it's, I really don't know. Does anybody know what the point of repeat bots are? And judge is an ex-Playboy bunny investigating Trump and the Playboy models, Molly said. Yeah, I don't know the point of the repeat bots. Yeah, they are annoying. Yeah, just to be an annoyance. But, every day after the scope, a lot of people were talking about it, and it happens to me, the sex bots or whatever, you have to unfollow them because they like to follow you. Comey shouldn't talk about looks. Well, it's true, Marianne. It's true. You do have to dye your hair if you view yourself as a TV personality, as he does. That's true, Dawn. The judge is a political hack, Cully said. Yeah, and I also heard that, and this is not unusual. It's pretty typical, actually, that the other day when she was telling Cohen that he needed to come out with who that third client of his was, publicly say in court who it was. They think you will look at the pictures. Wayne said that's true. No clue other than they follow me. I've blocked so many. Yep. Comey is an idiot. He's going to jail with crooked Hillary. Yes, sex bots, Lynn said. Okay, so what happened in court was the judge was going to allow that information to be sealed and was not going to allow it to come out publicly. And I wondered, because I knew she had the choice to do that, wondered why she did that. And the reason is because the CNN and New York Times rushed up and had to be heard at the podium and said, or at the judge's bench, and said, we want that information made public. Welcome, Snowbound Wolf. Good to see you. So, okay, Candace. But that's why that she made it public. So what they did was they asserted their First Amendment rights, freedom of the press, and said the press should know this, the public should know this, and the judge sided with them, and that's why the judge had them say in open court who that third client was. Now, I don't know if you also heard, I guess Cohen had a lawsuit, a defamation lawsuit against BuzzFeed and Fusion GPS for defamation. And today, he dismissed both of those lawsuits. So, my guess is he's got legal fees now. He doesn't have time to take on that many lawsuits. He's got his hands full right now with what's coming with the investigation. And I know it's not the Mueller investigation, but I'm just going to refer to it as the Mueller investigation because we all know that that's really what's happening. That they're getting that information because of the referral from Mueller, and Mueller is going to use that information. What happened to Syria? MSM putting spotlight back on trash story train again. Yeah, Brandon, exactly. What happened to Alex Jones and Syria was going to start World War III? I mean, I think what happened to Syria is Israel is kind of taken over. Call it crud. There you go, Lynn. Israel's taken over in Syria. You know, Israel has said all along they are going to go in and they're going to destroy any air bases or any military bases that Iran has, and that's what they're continuing to do. So if it involves Israel in the Middle East, it seems like our mainstream media isn't interested. Alex Jones makes my head spin. I know, Marianne. He's still going on about it. I think he wanted so badly there to be a World War III. After Susan mentioned it, I watched Alex Jones' meltdown. Wasn't that incredible, Rhonda? What a waste of taxpayer money, Mueller investigation, but Hillary deleted 35,000 emails and bleached them. I know. Screaming. Yeah. He was screaming. The poor kid sitting next to him. Rhonda. I know. I don't know. I don't know what Alex Jones is up to. It's amazing if you look at Alex Jones now and you go back and you look at the time when he was a bodybuilder. At one time, he was actually a bodybuilder, very thin, had, huge arms. Did you hear about the earthquake in Iran? Yes, it did, a 5.5, I believe, Daniel. You can see the alarm on the kid's face, Rhonda said. Like I was trying to say, when you block the sex bots, look and see how many people follow them, Chezzy said. Yeah, that's true. Hammer time, Hillary. Oh, really? Lynn said. Yeah, he used to be a bodybuilder. A nice frame, doesn't look anything like he looks now. Even his face is different. MSM leads the sheep's thoughts and importance of stories. Yep. Report the S-bots first. Yes. But Rhonda, I don't know if they really care about those sex bots. I really don't. Seems like they come in every single day. Now, the Hillary Clinton campaign, the DNC, allegedly used state chapters as straw men to launder as much as $84 million. Yeah, you can't say sex, I don't think, Chezzy. $84 million in an effort to circumvent the campaign donation limits. And the Federal Election Commission ignored that. They were told of that information back in December. They've just ignored it. So basically now a committee to defend the president filed a complaint with the FEC against the FEC basically for ignoring that information. So there's one more little, cog in the wheel that we can get in. Hey, Georgia, good to see you. I'm so shocked. She seemed like a sweet old lady, Brandon said. Most bodybuilders have done steroids. I know, Collie. Could be. Could very much be. Yeah, Alex Jones is being sued by a couple of the family members of Sandy Hook for him saying that Sandy Hook never happened, and they're saying they got death threats. I don't see how that's defamation. It could be something just to get him tangled up in a lawsuit. He seems to think so as well. It's pretty far-fetched. So, yeah, I know. And they do sue him quite a lot. Because, you know, as he says, and he's probably correct in this, they want to, you know, take him down. I mean, he does have a lot of people. Starbucks situation is hilarious. Left fighting each other. Yeah, they're going to close down 8,000 stores on the afternoon of May 29 to go through some type of training on, I guess, racism or something. I don't know. So, which is fine by me because I don't go to Starbucks anyway. I haven't gone to Starbucks in years. And if you're still going to Starbucks, you may want to ask yourself why. Just saying. Their policies along, sensitivity training. I don't know how more sensitive you could be. Why did they hire racist people? I know, Danielle. Exactly. I don't know about you, but again, we talked about this the other day. I think it was a little bit pushing the limits probably of calling the police. However, if somebody asks you to leave the property and you don't leave, I understand it. You can't hang out at Starbucks for hours. Yeah, that's true. I don't care. I don't care what, you know, what race you are, what gender you are, or anything else. If you're loitering, which is what it is basically when you're sitting around and not buying anything, you can be asked to leave. The best thing to do, whether you feel that you are in the right or the wrong, is to leave and then just file a complaint later, sue later, whatever you need to do, but don't bring it to where it was, you know, and getting yourself arrested or anything else. I like 100% Colombian coffee from the store, Daniel said. Yeah, I sometimes go to It's a Grind, but typically make my own coffee. Please have the Obama mentality, entitlement, laziness. Yeah, well, they offer free Wi-Fi. I'd sit around. Well, and Carmen, there's no problem with you sitting around as long as you buy something. Buy a cup of coffee. Buy the cheapest thing on the menu. And then they can't tell you, get out of the store. You know, you're not loitering at that point. But no, let's have sit-ins and want free coffee and Wi-Fi for life. I know. I tell you, people are just, it's really sad, you know, the way that they're acting. It's over the top. I like Black Rifle Coffee Company. Yeah, MAGA. A lot of people say that's good. Chris Kobach was held in contempt of court, made to pay legal, 8th loss to ACLU. Sit in the parking lot in your car. You can do that, Alan. That's true. I only go to Starbucks because students give hubby gift cards as gifts. If somebody gives me a gift card from Starbucks, I don't accept it. Buy something. Those two black guys were probably high sitting at Starbucks. That's why cops showed up. You know, I don't know. They say they were waiting for some guy in real estate who did get there and ask what was going on. Hello, Jerry. And, you know, again, hey, Edible Chalk, thank you for sharing. I don't know that it should have escalated to the point it did. Unfortunately, it did. I don't want Starbucks to have to be ahead by not using the cards. Yeah, but you know what, Rhonda? Maybe give them to a homeless person. Or maybe just give them to every black person you know now, right? Because Starbucks will probably freak out. I'd say give them away, but that's me. Real estate, those guys look like thugs, Junior said. Yeah, I don't know if they were or not. It would be rude for hubby to refuse cards. That's true, Rhonda, but I mean, you could give them away to anybody that you wanted to. I would give them, personally, I'd give them away to the homeless. They would probably hate homeless people coming in. So buy a coffee already if you're waiting and taking up chairs. Exactly. And, you know, a lot of times you can go, maybe it was too cold. I mean, you can sit outside of the tables. But again, you're taking up space even at the tables. It would be best to buy something, and then nobody's going to bother you. Starbucks coffee sucks, Lynn said. I will give away homeless is a great idea. Great. Thanks, Ron. A good idea. Okay, let's see. They're saying that most Californians back more deportations Nearly half support the travel ban, according to a UC Berkeley poll. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is much better. You know, Bob, I drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee and also Krispy Kreme coffee. I make it in my own coffee at home. Starbucks is so liberal. That's exactly why I haven't gone there. Yeah, Carmen's dog, Fifi, is a liberal. If you go check out AbbeyBellPetDesigns.com, I said liberal, is a model, Carmen, sorry. Carmen's dog is a model. Just go to AbbeyBellPetDesigns.com, scroll down the page, and you will see Carmen's dog, Fifi, who's sitting in one of the little pink cozy cuddle pouches that she bought. I know she's not a liberal. When I buy, I go to Dutch Brothers, Rhonda said. Mostly I make it home. Carmen said her dog really likes that cozy cuddle pouch. It goes right in and gets warm and all that. And it's a cute picture. It is soft and cuddly inside, Carmen, I'm telling you. So, not surprised. Now, they're also saying it's unlikely the California split would kill the GOP Senate majority. Had to stop what I was doing when I heard you say her dog was a liberal. I know, Lori. So Carmen's dog is a liberal. How did you know? Poor Fifi. I'm so sorry. Fifi said she's nothing even close to being a liberal. Hey, Teresa. But she is a model, that's for sure. So they said if California splits into 3 states, that it would be 2 solid blue states and 1 leaning blue. California can split along the San Andreas fault line, though. Yeah, let's hope not, Brandon. Let's hope not. But right now we have, you know, that wouldn't be so bad. If we have 1 would be leaning blue, and that would be in the state that I would be in. I know that's what they're talking about. Because we have a lot of Republicans in that state, but it tends, of course, to lean blue. It might give us an opportunity to turn it red. Good morning. Time slipped by. I was waiting for 11 and got busy, Teresa said. Yeah, it's easy to do. If you guys could, if you could please retweet this. We're at the halfway point. You would see people moving in and out, Brandon said. You know, Brandon, in California, people just kind of, you know, like the really southern end of California, they don't really move up into Los Angeles and Northern California so much. Everybody kind of stays where they are in California. I mean, I did go to law school in Northern California, and I came right back down to Southern California. So, you know, Starbucks burns their beans, Spencer said. Hey, Julia, good to see you. So we all know that the governor of New York, Cuomo, granted 35,000 paroled felons the right to vote. San Diego rocks. Yes, Lynn. Typically, San Diego also, whole San Diego County has joined in the lawsuit against California and for the federal government, saying there should be no sanctuary state. How did you end up on the other side of the country? Lori, since I was about 4 years old, I wanted to live in California. So as soon as I could, I moved. And don't ask me why. I always wanted to be in California. Cuomo is just another hack like Brown. I know. Brandon, they're probably twins. There's also a freezing up. Sunny and 86 here today, Jerry said. There's also a study that's been done with veterans, and it shows that veterans with traumatic brain injury are likely to have an increased risk for Parkinson's disease. So that's a new study that's being revealed. Can a governor do that? Probably Comey. Cuomo can do that. Cully. The UC Berkeley poll said that Californians want more deportations and nearly half support a travel ban. Yeah, I hope Hillary continues her speaking tour will help GOP in the midterms, Junior said. Yeah, and Hillary has lost, I think she went from 30% approval to 27%, according to some polls. I was trying to think in Roy Moore. Wasn't it? Wasn't it Roy Moore, the governor of that state, who allowed the felons to vote there during the election? I believe it was the governor. I was trying to think. USC is racist toward white Christians, Rhonda said. Oh, really surprised they let the star come out. Or the study come out. The stat, yeah. 27% were high during the poll, Junior said. Where's Bill Clinton? Haven't seen him much. Jerry, count your blessings. Spencer said a new research study has found that many veterans diagnosed with PTSD, in fact, had TBI. Autopsies had called out the VA lying on this. Yeah, was it Florida, Hidden Gem? Florida for the, which one, Hidden Gem? You know, Spencer, I mean, all along, a lot of people have been misdiagnosed with PTSD when, in fact, they did have TBI. And so that's kind of been something I think everybody knows, and I don't know why they needed to do a study. I think it was pretty apparent, but of course they needed to spend money. Senator Ron Johnson and also Corker, I've heard them both say, they told CNN it was too early to be talking about supporting Trump in 2020. They bought buses if college was brought to Alabama to vote against more, study for more money. Yep, exactly. Bill Clinton has been taking advantage of Hillary being out of the house. But you know what, Junior? Do you think he's really there? Seriously? Susan, is California really making... No, Rhonda, that whole thing about California making law against selling Bibles, what that was is an assembly bill that basically says you can't say and do things against same sex. So they're saying you can't make statements against same sex, but it really doesn't apply to the Bible. And I don't even know if that bill passed. I think it's something that they're talking about, and it would be unconstitutional for them to try something like that. It's freedom of speech, but they'll try it. That's California. But it's not really against the Bible. Liz Wheeler said that from One American News Network. It sounds good. It gets clicks. It gets people to watch, that type of thing. They've been trying to, silence Christians anyway. The VA regularly refuses the MRIs using DTI to spot out TBI. Yeah, a lot of times, too, they use written questions, Spencer, to find out if you have TBI, and that's just crazy. You need to look at the brain and see what it looks like. Yeah, the senators should be saying right now, I support my president, in 2020 if he runs. Bill is enjoying time with his mistress. Plenty of Secret Service books have documented it, Junior said. I wouldn't think that anybody would touch Bill Clinton at this point, Junior. That will be devastating if California passes that. TBI, traumatic brain injury, Lynn. That will, I don't know that a bill like that is really going to pass in California. Again, it sounds like it applies to the Bible just because the Bible talks against, same-sex anything. I think it was a bit of an exaggeration on Liz's part. That's, again, it got clicks and it got your attention, right? So... And speaking of getting your attention, did anybody go to SusanKnowles.com and retrieve the article of today on Stormy Daniels? You really should read that article. If you will, share it. I really appreciate it. A lot of information in there about what she's trying to do. The woman, I feel, just has no... I mean, if you look at her face on thehill.com and an article they did, man, she's just like, I don't know, this evil look on her face. She is out for blood, but she's also out to try to make money. I mean, what is she, 49 now? I mean, how long can your headlights get you through life? Just got my phone back, so not yet, Susan. No problem, Chezzy. MRIs using DTI spot out the confused neuropathway growth that results from TBI. Yeah, Spencer. Yeah, she is, and again, does anybody care if he had an affair with her or not? Good article, started it but didn't finish. You came on. Thanks, Carmen. I read about McMaster's father. Sounds like when he fell, he wasn't treated for head injury. It's sad, Hidden Jim said. She's capitalizing on her fame. Yep, and that's all she has right now. Senate, and she's going to be on the front page, or the cover, if you will, of Penthouse. And of course, you guys will love this. She's being wrapped in an American flag. We'll read and share that later. Been out of touch for a bit. I know, Julia, I missed you. Stormy, who cares? I know, Jerry. I don't care about Stormy. I don't either. I don't either. I do care that she's wrapped in the American flag on Penthouse. I think that's disgusting. That's just my opinion. But, you know, again, she obviously is just trying to make money. No one cares what he did 10 years ago. Clinton was getting stuff at the Oval Office at the time, Junior said. Yeah, I don't think anybody except Stormy really cares. Washington Post called her one of the last movie star, adult star. Wow, such great journalism. Yeah. Okay, Ronna, thanks. We'll see you later. You know, it's amazing that we're dignifying what a porn star is saying. A porn star is saying. I mean, again, everybody's hammering President Trump. You know, I'm not saying if he had an affair, it was good. I'm not saying that. I don't know that he did, but if he did, it's not good. But on the other hand, we're talking about a porn star. And we're talking about, like, oh, somebody's hurt your reputation. You know, gosh, how many affairs have you had in your life? I mean, come on. She's a porn star. It's kind of like we're legitimizing the pornography industry, and that is just amazing. In the world of perversion, it's not just the headlights. She looks rode hard and put away something, Dawn said. There were more people hammering Stormy. I'm sorry, too easy. I mean, you know, good work today, Susan. Thank you, Junior. I think that there should be people that are hammering Stormy. I really do. I read the other women had her. Yes, she did. Let's see. Her name is Non-Disclosure Agreement. She's the former Playboy bunny, Karen McDougal. We have to add Tom Brady. Yeah, well, poor Tom. He was falsely accused. Former Playboy bunny Karen McDougal let out of her agreement and can now discuss her alleged affair with... Gotta run too. Good afternoon. Thanks, Junior. Thanks for stopping by. Her alleged affair with Trump. Basically, she sued saying she was misled about the terms. And what I think it boiled down to is, where was Stormy in 2016? Johnny come latelys have no credibility, Julia said. Exactly. All this supposedly happened in 2011, Julia. Even makes it worse. So this McDougal person said that when she sold her rights to National Enquirer, she kind of misunderstood. Well, she didn't misunderstand the $150,000 that she got. She understood that perfectly well. But what I think she didn't like was the fact that the National Enquirer paid for her story, but didn't put it out there because the owner of National Enquirer is friends with Donald Trump, and that's the allegations that they feel. So she basically is going to have a right to say anything that she wants now. The National Enquirer will get $75,000 in future profits that she may get, and they're allowed to keep the pictures. And her response was, "Today I'm doing a victory dance." Okay, so again, let me just say, this is a former Playboy bunny who had an affair with a man, if she did, with a man that she knows was married, right? So she's having an affair, she claims, with a man who is married, and you're happy about that. And you're proud of yourself for doing that. Seems like a cheap soap opera. Yes, exactly. So basically we have no, tabletop dance, Scully said. Spencer said the VA avoids all advanced imaging of TBI to mitigate paying the benefits. When residuals are spotted in simple non-contrast MRIs, they lie about it and even destroy entire imaging series within the suite to keep the damage of the injury from emerging, according to Spencer. Failed Senate and failed Congress, Wanda said. I mean, where are the morals and where are the standards? I don't think we have any. Homewrecker, Black Widow Spider, Jerry said. Yeah, but you wonder how many people... Even if you're against President Trump, how can you be for these people? It makes no sense. The hoes make dough, Pamela said. Hey, Pamela. Sounds like Stormy used this to revamp her career. Absolutely, Brandon. Haha, the world is upside down. It is, Pamela. It is. It's just crazy. I mean, come on. No shame. I know, Lee. And you know, President Trump has admitted in the past that he has cheated on his wives. So it's not like he's an altar boy. And he is saying that, yeah, I know it takes two to tango, hidden, if you can believe what she said. I'm not excusing any behavior that he may have had. Thank you, Pamela. But I'm saying, how do you back somebody who gets paid to have sex? I'm just saying. You don't back him, that's fine. But back her? Are you kidding me? Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives, Wade said. I know. And as I said before, President Trump has admitted before he was president, cheating on his wives. I got it. We elected a leader, not a priest, Joe said. Hey, Joe, good to see you. Cebu. Exactly. I mean, again, I feel sorry for Melania. I do too, Lee, but I'm sure Melania knew about his reputation when she married him, you know? I mean, and again, I don't know how much I believe these women. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. I don't know. And if he's doing it right now in the White House, I do care. Otherwise, it's between him, God, and his wife. Not to mention Playboy died when Hefner died. She's a prostitute and unreliable, Carmen said. Only the devil brings up your past sins, Don said. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Again, I don't really care what he did before he became president. I knew he had cheated on his past wives when he ran for president. Melania is too smart to fall for BS, Carmen said. I don't think Melania is worried about much. He cheated. It was consensual. It was wrong. Move on. Yeah, Brandon. It's like, you know, if that's what happened, okay. All right. And again, I don't care what he did before he became president. I only care what he did now. If he did something like I've said this before, if it wasn't consensual and he forced himself on a woman, that's a different story for me. But we don't have that story. So now I don't care. And this is her trying to, like you said, keep a dying career from sagging. Yes, I used that word. Okay. So, let's see if we have any more information. And we do. We have tons of it. They say that, another gotcha story, exactly. He's busy saving the U.S., Wanda said. No kidding. Remnants of migrant caravan is resumed and it's on its way. Yes, Jerry caught it. Is on its way to the United States still. I think there may be about 500 people still in the group on their way. Do people expect us to say, you're right, Trump's bad, bring in Hillary as president? Joe, I think so. Wayne got it. Yeah, I think that's the whole point, Joe. It's like, okay, former President Clinton got, stuff that he got in the Oval Office. Okay, we know that, right? Somehow during the presidency that happened during the Oval Office, nobody cares about that. It happened right in the Oval Office during the time that he was president, and nobody cares. Trump is a germophobia. Why would you sleep with an STD poster board? Pamela said. That's a good point. That is a really good point, actually. McMaster, let's talk about his father. They're saying authorities are looking into the death of McMaster's father amid allegations of institutional neglect. The elder McMaster died last week at Cathedral Village Retirement Community in Philadelphia, where the 84-year-old father had been receiving care following a stroke. Now, it said he allegedly died after he fell and hit his head, but authorities are investigating whether there was institutional neglect after the staff members notified McMaster's family that the records of his death had been falsified. Ooh, not good. Not good for this retirement village if that's actually what happened and they falsified records. Sad. That happens too frequently in elder care facilities. Eva said, yeah, if you've ever been into a nursing home, I think that's probably one of the most unpleasant places you could ever go. I mean, I really think it's horrible. We need to do something with the industry, the whole industry, but I don't know that anybody ever will. But it's horrible from what I've seen personally. With Rosenstein, the top Democrat on the House Judiciary Committee says that Chairman Bob Goodlatte is poised to subpoena the Justice Department for the former FBI Director Comey's memos, which seems to be very difficult for Rosenstein to hand over. I used to volunteer in a nursing home, and the elderly are the most wonderful people. I know, Carmen. They're so sweet. The Lord has called me to go sit and spend time with residents. Good, Teresa. They could really use your time and attention. I had to go as a child to visit elderly grandparents. Bad memories, Julia said. Yep. Our church carols to the nursing homes during Christmas. Nice. I mean, those poor people, they sit there, and a lot of them they're forgotten. Their families don't come around. And some of them aren't treated very well in the nursing homes. It's really bad. When I was a kid, I volunteered at a nursing home. And I just remember even then, like the patients having so many bed sores. And you get bed sores because nobody moves you. Teresa, just go out and come back in. Teresa's not getting any sound. It's amazing what's going on. I don't know if it's your connection or Twitter or Periscope. I want to end my days in Margaritaville, Spencer said. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with Rosenstein. I think they should just go ahead, subpoena him, get the information from him. Fire him would be my next thing that I would want. I wanted that last week, so we'll see what happens. The ACLU is siding with Cohen and feels that they should appoint a special master to look at all the documents. Kind people who love to work with the elderly are angels, yes. I used to take Girl Scouts 2 times a year to nursing homes, sing and play cards and games. Yeah, that's really nice. Is it? I don't know your name there. I'm sorry, I can't read it. My mom's cause of death was bedsore. Lori, and it's because they're not gotten up, they're not moved, they sit in the same position. Nursing homes are not supposed to have that. Me too with giant margarita, Wayne said. Searching for my lost shaker of salt, Spencer. The bot copied my post, Susan. I saw that, Jerry. I don't know if you read, but there was a dispatch operator, 911 dispatch operator in Harris County, Texas, who basically hung up the phone thousands of times on people who were calling in emergencies. Whatever happened to the YouTube story? What YouTube story, Brandon? Crescenda Williams, 44, was found guilty of interference with emergency telephone calls, and she was given 10 days in jail and 18 months probation. The shooting story. Tell me which shooting story. I guess I don't remember about the YouTube shooting story. At the YouTube, okay, I gotcha. I was thinking of a YouTube video at the YouTube headquarters. Well, that's all done, Brandon. It's all been, it's over. Who is paying for these bots? I wish I knew. Candace is back. What did she do? That's crazy. She hung up on thousands of emergency 911 calls. And in one call, I guess she said something like, I don't have time for that. Hung up on the people. They noticed that she had really short calls, and they meaning at the police department. So they went back and looked and listened to the calls to find out why every one of them were so short. And they found out they were so short because she was hanging up on people. She didn't care. So hopefully what they should have said is you'll never be able to work in a police department as a dispatcher ever again. Like a mailman dumping our mail. Jerry, I saw that one time. I actually saw a mailman in my neighborhood, this was years ago, who basically just left the mail, didn't do anything with it, and I didn't put it in the box or anything else. And not just my mail, I'm talking about the whole neighborhood. And I called the post office and turned him in. That is inexcusable for dispatcher Lee. And I turned the post off carrier in, and they thanked me and said, we'll have somebody make sure the mail was delivered. So why anybody would do that, I don't know. I didn't read it at all. How much time did she get? 10 days and 18 months probation, Dawn. I think she should have gotten more than 10 days, but, 10 days in jail, so it's not bad. So I wrote that's one dumb mailman. I know, Joe. I wrote an article yesterday on Judge Napolitano. I don't know if you saw that article, but the article was about, he was saying that there was no attorney-client relationship between Hannity and Michael Cohen, and that Hannity was can't have it out both ways, he's out of luck. And Hannity had said, I did ask him for some advice, I just assumed, we were in a, attorney-client relationship, blah, blah, blah. And that's, no, 1 second. What he's saying is that there was an attorney-client relationship that existed, and at some point he may need to assert the attorney-client privilege on information that may have been turned over to the court. Now, Judge Napolitano said there was no formal relationship, and so there was no attorney-client relationship. And I wrote an article disputing that, and I said that Judge Napolitano was wrong. You can't even imagine how many people on the left attacked me for that article. It was amazing. Mostly little, let me just say it politely, millennial left-wing jerks. But Jerry, it was crazy. And I was thinking, wait, you're for Judge Napolitano? But what it was, they were against Hannity. And so they did, facts don't matter to the left. They go with what their leaders say. Yep, I believe it's Susan. They're out of control. They are. Candace, Susan, you have the left out to get you. It seems that way, Chessie, sometimes. Social justice warriors, Noelle said. Where did your article appear? Sabu, I put it on my timeline on Twitter and places that I could put it on Facebook because I'm in Facebook jail. It's also on my website at susanknowles.com. And they probably had an extensive, clear vocabulary, not... I know, Jerry. I like Judge Napolitano, but I've found him wrong on issues before. It's true, Dawn. You're doing a good job when you have folks attacking you. Thank you, Brandon. Millennial moron, Scully said. I'm permanently banned from Twitter. Oh, wow, Sabu. Sabu, you ought to go over to mewe.com. MEWE.com. Go over there and check it out. It's doesn't have the same things that are, we're not being banned over there on MeWe. We don't have people selling our stuff on MeWe. Hey, Eric, as far as I know, I'm really liking it. Hannity just asked advice. How does that make him and Cohen lawyer and client? Because, Danielle, if you are an attorney and somebody asks you advice, I don't care if you're at a party, sitting outside, whatever. Hey, Alexis, if somebody asks you for advice, knowing that you are an attorney, you have formed an implied attorney-client relationship on that particular topic. Again, are still in Facebook jail. I just got back into Facebook jail, Wayne, until the 23rd. Is that a French website? I don't think so. No, it means me and we. You have a blessed day too, Amanda. So, like I said, really Hannity needs to show that there was an attorney-client privilege so that he could have any information that Cohen may have in the court, he can ask for that not to be made public. Yep, Danny. What are we going to do with you? I don't know, Wayne. Pretty soon, I'm getting to the point where I may leave Facebook altogether. And maybe that's what they want, but I'm really getting tired of it. I am tired of trying to put my stuff in groups and being told you can't do that. These stinking Repeat sex bots are driving me crazy. I know, Alan. They are crazy. Susan, I'll check Zucker's kiss. Kick Zucker's butt for me. No, that's okay. Hannity must have meeting dates and some notes or such. Yep, Hannity said on TV that Cohen wasn't his lawyer. Danielle, they don't have a formal agreement. That's true. That doesn't matter. There's an implied relationship when you ask an attorney questions for like legal advice. Great scope, Suzanne. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Leah. You too. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. Please retweet this. Get it out. Get the message out. If you get my articles out, that would be great. The notorious Facebook felon. I know, hidden gems. I tell you. I try hard, but I'm a repeat offender on Facebook, I'm sure. And Terrence Williams now has been banned from Facebook, at least temporarily, for posting the hate mail and the hate, stuff that's said about him from the left. He posted that on Facebook, and he got blocked from Facebook. He's in Facebook jail. So anyway. All right, everybody. Thank you for retweeting this. Thank you for coming. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. Take care. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you, YouTube, for coming. God bless you. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.